Welcome to See You Next Tuesday. I'm Jade Chung. This episode is going to showcase random audio clips that I took from my phone. I took little snippets throughout my entire trip that I took. Now, I know we're in a pandemic and I stayed in Canada. Me being a mom, I haven't had any time, zero time to really have fun, have adult fun. And by that I mean, hanging out with just one of my best friends without any kids, having adult conversations. I want to say the last time I had an overnight stay was probably 8 years ago. And meaning overnight stay without my husband, more of a girlfriend's type of thing. Maybe more than that. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway, I decided to head to Windsor, Ontario, which is 3.5 hours away from me, with my best friend to get tattoos. I documented some of our drive there, which I haven't even edited yet. So I'm doing this intro before I listen to all of it back. And I'm pretty sure the first 2 clips, the audio might be a little bit off because I didn't realize I was using the car microphone. So my phone was connected to the Bluetooth, and I'm not sure how it turned out. So in this episode, you are going to come with me on my road trip to Windsor. You're going to listen to stories while I was driving to Windsor. You're going to listen to all the people that I visited. You're going to get a glimpse inside tattoo shop. And by glimpse, I mean, a listen. You're going to hear from some of my other friends that we visited while we were there. And I guess you're just going to see how moms did a night out. Honestly, I'm going to say this again. I don't remember the last time I went out. So this was my first real trip. And not only that, my first real trip away from the kids, which was super weird. Jet was totally fine with me leaving. All I had to say was that I was going away to wrestling, and he was fine, and he knew I wouldn't be back that night. And that's what we say about Josh is we say, oh, Daddy's going to wrestling at bedtime when we put him down so that he knows and expects or not to expect Josh home for another few days or so. So with Jet, it was easy, but with Lucas, to my surprise, and it completely warmed my heart, but also just broke my heart at the same time. He took it hard. He started tearing up and he said that he just wasn't used to me leaving at all. And then after I left, about probably, I think 20 minutes into my trip, Josh told me that Lucas had started getting upset again. And he said that he didn't know what it was like to not have me in this house. He said he wasn't used to not having me in this house. So I thought it was sweet. Definitely made me cry. It just, it validates his love for me, and it's something that is special, and it's something that, if your bonus son is reminding you of how much he loves you, it's a very, very heartwarming thing. So, after bawling for a couple minutes and, after hearing that, I took a deep breath and I said, you know what? I got to do this for me. And honestly, that's who I needed to focus on. Sometimes us moms, we don't realize that we need to get away too. Like, okay, we realize it, but we never actually do it. I think my husband knew this was very important. And I think he knew it was something that I really needed. Leading up to the day, I was super excited, especially the day before leaving. I was excited. I couldn't wait to pack. I couldn't wait to just make my list of what I needed. I'm such a dork, I know, but I like to be organized and I don't like to forget things. And, making a list, it's just what you do when you pack to go away. And even though it was just an overnight thing, I still had to go through those motions, and it got me excited. Did I go through some anxiety having to leave? Yes, I did. And that's mainly because I've never left the kids before, ever. With Jet, I've never had any time away from him, only to sometimes randomly go to the grocery store without him. But stuff like that, it's nothing. But to go a full day, pretty much it was a full 2 days, because I didn't see them the day after. I got home late, so Josh put them to bed. And I'm not gonna lie, and this isn't a hit at my husband, but I was worried. I like to do things a certain way. And I had anxiety of leaving Jet with my husband. And again, this is in no way me talking bad at my husband or saying that he's not, that he's not capable. But it's just a feeling, this attachment that I had with Jet, that it was hard to give up. So it's basically like, when your first child and you're sending them off to school and how hard that is to leave, or sending them off to daycare for the first time. It's that attachment, that being comfortable and all that stuff is just being thrown out the window, and having to put trust in someone else, and knowing that I can't do anything about it. I think that was it. It was just me not being able to do anything about it. So leading up to the days, I really had a lot of anxiety over it, and I tried to just let it go, but it's hard. It's hard, but I tried. It's the best that I could do. But honestly, the moment I left the house, after waving bye to the boys, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm leaving. This is so weird. And then, of course, when Josh called and said the thing about Lucas and how, it's weird in this house without me. He's just not used to it. After bawling, after that, once I got closer to meeting up with my best friend, I got super excited. And that was when I felt, okay, I can do this. I need to do this for myself, because mental health, right? Need to be happy, need to work on myself. And this is part of working on myself, is that you also have to be happy and be able to feel a bit of freedom and have this identity. This is another thing that I want to touch on maybe in a future episode, of just how moms lose their identities. They lose who they truly are and the person that they were before they had kids. So yeah, I'd like to touch on that in a future episode. But anyway, let's get to this episode. It was so much fun. Oh my gosh. And yeah, enjoy. Okay, so guys, while I was going back on all of my voice notes, I realized that the very first one didn't go through. So it recorded like 5 minutes of nothing, which totally sucks because obviously it was very much in the moment. And I'm just so sad that it, I'm so sad that it didn't record. But Tiff and I will talk about it and try to revisit that feeling of freedom. No, I don't know, not freedom, of just well, I guess freedom, just the feeling of leaving to start this like momcation thing. Anyways, guys, please welcome my best friend Tiffany.
Yay.
Yay. All right, so my bad. I don't know why it didn't record. I have no idea. But
All
I
good.
do know that the phone was connected through Bluetooth. All right, do you remember
Oh,
that? We tried to do the testing and then we tried to listen to it back and it was all muffled. And we didn't realize until like after the second recording that I should disconnect from the car and just record it like straight through my phone.
interesting. I'm still kind of surprised that it wouldn't work through the speakers. I always kind of thought that the speakers would be better.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, you think so. But it didn't. And to look at the positive, I'm really glad that we caught it early in our trip because then that would make for a super annoying listen for everybody. So let's revisit. I remember the feeling of um I was nervous leaving the house simply because I've never left for more than a few hours. And usually
Mm.
when I'm gone, like if I'm gone for an appointment or something, or usually my most of my appointments were after Jet goes to sleep, so it was at night and I didn't really have to worry about much. But this was different because both of the boys were home and I was gone for just the one night, but for the boys, I wouldn't be seeing them for 2 nights. I got back later after they got down to bed. So the feeling of nervousness and just like, and I mentioned in the intro of my podcast here that it had nothing to do with me not trusting Josh. It's
Right.
just that mama bear feeling of leaving your little cub, you know?
Yes. I had the same feeling. Like it's not that I don't trust daddy to take care, of course, but it's just I'm not gonna be there, and I was the same because I had to go to work. So I was gone the night that we left and then the next night, which seemed like forever,
Mhm.
absolutely forever. So but I wasn't going to be in the house. I couldn't see what was happening. So I know that very strange nervous feeling of just being gone for the first time ever.
And
I
especially overnight
for 2 nights.
for 2 nights, yes. So I guess I don't know, like that's all I could remember. I did start from because we met at a carpool,
Mhm.
which was an hour away for both of us. So that entire first hour, I that was when I was feeling nervous about leaving. And the moment that it got closer to meeting you, that's when the excitement really like took off.
When I saw your truck, because you're rated the one side, before we even came into the little carpool area, I saw your truck and that's when I got super excited. I was like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, it's real, I'm leaving.
It's really happening. Yes. I felt like I felt like VIP. I felt like a rapper. I was texting Tiff where I parked in the carpool just so that they could find me easily. I had all my doors open and I had um old R&B hip hop music playing, some old school, and there was a guy, this is an older gentleman, kind of just pacing around while he was waiting for whoever. And I felt so weird because I was just blasting like this hip hop music and he's wearing like golf shirt and just, didn't look like that was his genre of music at all. But I was like, yeah, I feel like I'm in a music video.
It felt like a music video when we pulled up.
And yeah, I got so excited and I have to give mad props to my husband. He knew how excited I was for this trip. And so he had brought on his way home, he was driving through the night from Chicago. On his way home, as tired as he was, he still stopped in the store to pick up some snacks for us, which I thought was super sweet. So,
Oh, so good. Thank you, Josh. That was the best spinach dip I have had in
yeah,
almost
that was good. That was
so
good.
good.
Okay. So I think that part is out of the way. And so you guys are going to listen blocks of where we ended up the entire time we were in Windsor. So enjoy.
So there's one part where you're driving on the 401 West towards Windsor, where one side is just full of windmills. And those who know me, those close to me, all know I fucking hate for windmills. And Tiff and I have been friends for, like 4 years now? 4 years? And I just learned that she doesn't like windmills either. So we're having a great time right now with these fucking windmills on the left of us and in front of us until we finish this curve. And then after that, guys, you think it's done? No, it's not done. It's going to be on both sides of us, both sides of the road. This was one of the things I hated. I used to make this drive every weekend for shows in Michigan and Ohio. And that was the only thing I hated. Like, oh, God, don't look. It's so creepy. I've never actually seen, I don't think I've seen one that, like, full speed. Have you? You have? You don't want to. Oh, God. I don't know what full speed is, but I've seen some go fast, and it is creepy. You look at the blades. Why must they be sharp?
All right, Tiff and I made it here. We're at a very special house. We're visiting and listening to the water. They have this little cute pond in their backyard. And for those in the Ontario wrestling scene, you guys definitely know these two. My girl that I've known for 2003. Let's see, what year are we in? Okay, I'm bad with math. 18 years. Thank you. Holly, BCW Ace. I will always remember that email. BCW ace@aol.com. Right?
Yes,
See?
100%.
Everybody email her. Do you still check it?
Yes, I do.
See?
I do.
Spam her. Say hi. Say, hey, what's up?
Jen's the best, but right now she's being the worst.
And her husband.
Steve Sorensen.
Hi, Steve.
Hi.
Extraordinaire.
Referee extraordinaire.
I like that. I like that intro.
Yeah,
I appreciate
just like
that.
that, eh?
That feels good. Yeah. But yeah, everybody knows me as Holly's husband.
He's right.
Oh man, now you made it. But I said and her husband. Well, I didn't introduce you as.
But it's
and here's Holly's husband.
No, but it's okay because, like you said, everybody knows BCW Ace. Holly's literally been a fixture in Ontario wrestling for 20 years now, 21 years now. So literally everybody knows her and everybody knows not to mess with her because if you get on her bad side, you're done. Like nobody will have you anywhere.
And if you've met her, you would know that she is a sweetheart. So no one would want to mess with her anyway because she's so sweet.
Exactly.
So, and also for those of you who listened to my episode with Scott Demore, she is the Holly that he brought up, Holly and your dad. And you know what? I wanted to say in that episode because he was like, oh, Holly's dad was like so amazing. I'm like, well, that makes sense as to why Holly is amazing too, right? So, okay, listen. We're here to talk about your pond as well. It's this most relaxing pond. and the beautiful backyard. There's so much space and like this huge tree with nice shade. Hey, if you ever need anyone to sell your house for you, I'm really good at like upselling stuff. I'm not.
That's
I'm
what
just
her
kidding.
dad does too.
Oh, does your dad do that?
Yes, my father is a real estate agent.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that too.
Yeah, he's actually pretty
Is
great
he,
at that. He got us this.
Is he hiring?
Why? Do you want to work with him?
Yes. I can be pretty good. Okay. So we've got some porcelain statues here. Okay, let's go through them. Which one do we?
Gecko guy.
Okay, Tiff, you said we're gonna start with the Gecko.
The gecko.
Okay, he's the insurance guy here in Ontario. I don't know if he's that guy in America.
Yep.
Okay, where did he come from? Who wants to explain it?
So I'm pretty sure we got him at Home Hardware because I used to work there as a receiver, and I saw him one day as I was unloading the truck and just went no and put him aside because I knew Holly would want him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I see 2 dogs.
Yep.
A French bulldog. French bulldog, right? With
Yep.
sunglasses on. And the other one is a retriever.
Tiff's very excited about one of our statues. She absolutely loves it. It's Hank. Is it Hank? Is that the name of it? I remember correctly?
Oh.
It's Hank from Finding Dory, the septopus that's really grumpy and voiced by Ed
wait.
O'Neill.
I thought he was the mermaid guy.
No, that's the septopus because he's missing one leg. He's not an octopus. He's a septopus.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And
He
he's
looks
very
like the crab
he's ve-
from
you're thinking
the mermaid.
you're thinking of
Sebastian. No, Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian. Yep. But yes, he was the septopus from Finding Dory, which I found that at Home Depot the one time. And again, it was just one of those things where he's a bit of a jerk, but Holly laughed at him a lot during the movie, so I knew she'd like him. So I grabbed him.
Oh.
This is true.
Yep.
True story.
Okay. Steve, did you buy all of the porcelain?
I'm pretty sure I
statues?
have bought all of these at some point for her,
The big turtle.
especially the big turtle.
The big turtle was a housewarming gift.
That's right. The big turtle was a housewarming gift from, I think, your dad. No.
From a girl I work with.
That's right, from one of your lovely friends at work.
I remember
but
that one for sure.
The rest
I'm not sure.
the rest of the porcelain figurines, I'm pretty sure I bought at some point or another, mostly as preventative before I do something stupid and have to apologize. But like, I know she loves turtles, she loves wolves, she loves dogs, she loves bunnies. A lot of animals. Holly's a big fan of them. So for me, it just made sense because there's not enough around the pond. We needed to add something to it that was very much us. The one thing I'm still trying to find for her is I need to get her a toothless statue from How to Train Your Dragon because she absolutely loves him. And
You would be forgiven for like any
I
future,
know, right?
future things, right,
I
Holly?
could buy so many
This
cookies.
is true. You would have to save that for something when you do something really stupid, though.
Oh yeah, it would be literally, I would keep him in the basement, and then the second that I accidentally broke into a bakery and maybe kind of stole everything, and you had to come bail me out of prison, I would be able to then, use you to come bail me out and say, by the way, there's a present in the basement, come get me.
We have a little squirrel visiting us right now.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hello, Mr. Squirrel. Well, guys, we gotta catch our tattoo appointment. But I want to thank you guys for coming on to my podcast.
Anytime.
I hope your listeners found that entertaining.
I know they
want you
did.
guys. I wish you guys could see how interested Tiffany is in our pond.
She
She's
is
gonna be loving it.
There's a bee drowning, so I have to get him out and put him on the rock.
Tiff, the bee saver, beekeeper here.
Wait until she sees all the dragonflies.
I know, I love dragonflies. I saw one, that's actually how I found the gecko, was because a dragonfly landed right on his head. And I was like, it's familiar.
Well, that does it over here at Casa de la Steve and Holly. And Tiff, we're going to make our way to get poked with a needle.
Duncan's like the worst. I hate the name Duncan.
Duncan makes me think of like a fat bully, like a...
With freckles?
I wouldn't even say
Yeah.
I would say the fat kid who
I
gets beat
think
up.
Duncan for me instantly is a ginger.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
yeah.
Instantly, and I think of like has like that little beanie with the propeller on it and a striped shirt holding a lollipop.
Man, when did people ever actually when was that
Duncan.
part of fashion?
Dennis the Menace days.
I had one.
When Dennis the Menace
Yeah, but did people actually wear it, or is that just kind of some made up
Yeah,
shit?
no, back in the 60s and shit.
Kids wore those.
Yeah, kids
I
wore
don't know
those.
that.
Like the give me your lunch money days. Like, oh man, I don't know, milk money. Give me your milk money. He's like, oh, I don't want to.
Okay, let's get back to it. So, prior to recording, Dylan asked a question. Dylan, what did you ask everybody?
If you could fuck one donut, not just Tim Hortons, if one donut, you could mash them together, what would it be? And you can't choose a Boston cream.
You have to mash them together?
You can mash them together.
Oh,
if
you
want.
can.
You can do whatever.
So it's
you
like a
can
threesome?
You can microwave them. You can do whatever you want. And you can't choose a Boston cream because that's just obvious. Everybody would be saying Boston cream.
But for chicks, what else do chicks have?
Let's say you're a chick with a dick.
Ooh. Okay, chicks with dicks, I would be...
Let's say you just magically have a penis. A genie, you rub the lamp and the genie comes out and says, I'm a genie, but I'm kind of a fucked up genie. Okay, the only thing I'm going to give you is a dick, but you have to tell me which donut you would fuck with.
Apple fritter warmed up.
With the curves? Because why an apple fritter does it have?
I was gonna say
that was too quick.
I was gonna say a honey curler because of the bumps and the curves. Would
I
that
was
not
really
feel
hoping
good?
you
You're
were
still
gonna say
thinking like a
chocolate.
woman. You're still thinking like a woman though. That's Bob's like, guys don't give a shit about that.
Yeah, just a maple dip because it's got a hole.
Well, a lot of donuts have holes.
Yeah, the
But I like
majority.
maple dip though.
So you're going to
But you're not gonna. What are you gonna eat it after? You sick fuck.
Oh,
I like maple donuts though. Have you ever fucked one? Like you can't taste with your. This is just a basic genie. He's not gonna let you taste with your penis.
Alright. There's so many rules.
Well, this is a very serious conversation. I take fucking donuts very seriously.
I do too.
What about you, Mike?
Yeah.
Mike, you're the last.
Wait, what did you guys say?
I said a honey curler.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Dylan.
We'll
what
go with
did
the
you say?
jelly donut.
What
Jelly
color?
donut?
Which one?
Powder?
Oh my god.
Red. It's the menstrual donut. I said I'd go with one of those like Long John Eclair things. Because they're like, you can hold it like a flashlight.
Yeah.
And then put that
Okay,
sucker in the microwave for 20 seconds.
I was in Sarnia, and I was at my friend Eric's house, and he was super drunk, and I was leaving, and he ran up, and he slapped me with the inside of his fleshlight. I don't know if it was clean or not, but I grabbed it, and I fucking roofed it.
Why would he?
And then he started crying, because he's like,
My girlfriend.
Yeah,
he's like, you wrecked my life.
you roofed his girlfriend.
And I roofed his fleshlight. And then I was telling another friend from Sarnia that story, and he goes, I thought he made up that roofing because he just didn't want to show me his fleshlight. Like, no, dude, I actually roofed it.
There was these kids that was in school with. I'm not.
By the way, we're about to start a tattoo right now.
Ooh, here comes
What's
the
gonna hurt
first
so
poke.
bad. Oh my god. So there was these kids I was in school with, and I'm not gonna lie, I was in rehab with them actually.
Well, so it goes from school to rehab.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. And they all shared a flashlight.
Oh.
Like
Okay, you know what's funny is
four of them. I was
buddy
like,
of mine-
I'm gross. I'm a pig, and I thought that was disgusting.
a buddy of mine had one, right? And I'm like, how is it? He's like, it's pretty awesome. And totally joking, I was like, can I try it?
And he was too quick.
And he
to
was
say
like,
yes.
Yeah, just rinse it out really good. I'm like, dude, I was fucking kidding. I'm not trying to fuck your fleshlight.
That's a bro though, man. It's the kind of guy who would let you. That's like some, what do they call it? Cuckold shit. Like,
I don't know. I feel like I'm sure a fleshlight feels fantastic, but I don't know. I think I just feel weird banging.
I heard it's great for like a couple times, and then you're just bored of it.
And it's got to be like when you're done, you know. And then it's like you have the realization that you just like fucked a a flashlight with a vagina on it.
Yeah,
It's gotta be like,
I'm already disgusted with myself. Afterwards, I don't need something else to already punish myself enough. I was talking to this one girl online, and she just randomly started messaging me, and she sent me a picture of of her dildo collection, and I just started thinking, I'm like, and she's like, look at all these guys, look at all my boyfriends or something. I was like, dude, like, women have so many options, and like, You know what I mean? And we have nothing. We have like a shitty fleshlight from Spencer's.
Whatever, you guys get dolls that look like chicks.
Those don't look like
So do
chicks at
you,
all.
and they don't look like, dude. You know what? You know what a basic one runs? Like a basic one is like a couple grand.
I like how you know this.
I mean, I heard. Like, someone told me a basic one runs like a couple grand, and then like
worth it though. But then you don't have to buy her gifts or anything. So.
there's this. Yeah.
Is this
right.
like the
She's
most
right.
awkward podcast you've ever had?
It's good content.
Awesome podcast ever had.
It's for those who are too scared to get a tattoo, but they want the experience.
Oh my god.
So this is it.
So sweet of you.
I don't know if this is like a lot of tattoos.
No,
the normal
no.
tattoo experience.
If this was a normal experience for this shop, that door would be open, there'd be music blasting and like fucking madness outside.
People coming
Wow.
in,
And like
We've got special treatment here.
usually rolling dice too.
rolling dice. Oh, we gotta get some dice going tonight, dude.
Dylan won like $200 something the other weekend.
Oh my god, like you're actually talking like old school, throwing it down.
Rolling,
the street.
baby, CeeLo. Get your squat on. Fucking get a couple people in a circle. People are walking by. They feel super uncomfortable.
That's cool.
Like, hey, trying to roll dice here. And flex on them. No.
Tell us about Windsor. Tell us about Olga.
Elga?
Elga. Is it Elga?
I thought it was Olga too.
It's Elga.
Either or.
Yeah,
It's really
that's
good.
a question that's as old as time. Nobody really knows.
Yeah. She could be 30. She could be 60.
She's a local resident prostitute who's been working the corner for, I'd probably say 30 years.
At least.
And she's a very nice lady. I talk to her every day when she walks by. I say hello. Like, very, very nice. I'm not trying to like shame her or anything. But she's aggressive. She like runs in front of cars and shit.
Apparently, she gives the best blowjobs in Ontario.
Yeah, that's her moniker.
It's a provincial level.
That's her moniker.
She's got enough confidence that she's better than like Windsor, but she's humble enough to not go Canada, so she just went in the middle. It's Ontario, so she's got provincial level blowjobs. Takes her dentures out for you.
Oh my
See, but
god.
that's what you want. If you're gonna pay for someone to suck your penis, you want no teeth. You want gums.
I don't know about that.
I mean, okay, first
Maybe
off,
she takes out her dentures.
how would you even know? You don't have a penis.
Yeah. Oh, the genie gave her a penis.
Right? I thought I still had this huge chunk and schlong.
We didn't say it was huge. Okay.
I said it was huge.
Okay. It's
What's huge to you? Okay, if you could have a penis, how big would it be?
Okay.
Like, are you gonna go like weird porno big
No,
that like kills people?
It's interesting because no, you don't want. Size doesn't really.
You want average. You want like average, like 2 inches long and
With the bend.
hard.
2 inches.
Yeah, that's average, right?
We wanted to have a good solid bend to it.
Why don't you give your listeners your impression of whatever parts of Windsor you've seen so far?
How about you, Tiff? Have you been here?
God, I don't even know. No, I've only ever driven through, and I really don't know what we've seen so far. I think the artwork here is incredible on the buildings. That's one thing that I
Lots
think.
of graffiti, but like beautiful graffiti.
Yeah.
Like portrait graffiti.
Yeah, the neighborhood, it's called Ford City. Ford's is right behind us. So on a lot of the buildings, there's all these murals of like, looking like from like the 50s and shit, like people like guys like coming out of like the plants and like cars and shit. There's like a statue of welders.
That's the one that's just over there by the store?
Yeah, the little parquet
That's
kind of thing.
cool.
Nice statue.
Want to try?
Really? You're gonna let me tattoo Tiff?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay, wait.
How deep do I go?
I'll set it so you just go.
Oh
let
my
me
god.
let me just do a couple things and then you can do like I'll show you where to go.
Oh my god. Tiff, are you sure?
Yeah, I don't give a
What a
fuck.
sport.
Sure.
Ah!
I'll do anything once or twice.
What are you guys doing?
Bestiality.
I just
Oh
saw.
my god, I forgot about
Hell yeah, dude,
that.
I'm so in.
Okay, if you could have one wish from a genie, what would you wish for?
Well, probably lots of money.
I wish for 20 more wishes.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah,
That's a wish.
Totally
Okay, no, okay, we're starting over again. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You would wish for a ton of money? That's pretty superficial, don't you think?
Yeah.
You can do a lot of
I
things
can
with a
do
ton of money.
anything that I want with money. What would I do? Ask for a freaking house? Well, I could just buy it with my money. What would you ask for crying out loud?
For crying out loud!
I think I would have to go with the end of the world.
Just get it over with. Rip it off like a Band-Aid.
Put everybody out of their misery.
Yeah.
The way this shit's going?
I mean, like right now.
Go like Thanos style kind of and just wipe out half of them.
No, everybody's got to go.
Thin out their herd a little bit.
Okay, I'm down with the thinning out the herd and getting rid of like the pedophiles and the
Prius owners.
the what?
Prius owners.
The Prius owner.
Anyone who wants a Prius is out by natural selection.
Yeah.
Why does everybody shit on Prius owners?
Oh my god.
Because think about it, right? Like,
Like,
if you drive a big
Sore
truck, you
spots.
got a little dick, and then if you drive a Prius, you don't know how to fuck.
everybody
Like,
just
what
needs
car is like cool that like nobody fucks with you?
neons and Seabrings.
Oh my god, it does.
Fuck that.
Neons and Seabrings are the most humble cars around, except for Sebring convertibles.
Wait, a Sebring?
A Sebring,
Oh my god.
Chrysler Sebring.
Yeah. What about the Solara? What about the Toyota Solara?
I only heard
You don't like the convertible?
chicks who have rose tattoos from Toronto.
Oh, convertibles are so lame.
Really?
Yeah, dude, that's so stupid.
I think they're kind of cool.
No.
I think it's
Unless it's a fucking old like pink Cadillac.
There you go. There you
Cadillac?
go.
Yeah, that's like my dream. Pink Cadillac with like dice.
Oh,
Like,
no.
yo, I feel what but then you got like the zebra print seats.
Oh my god.
Just rolling in that, like a bottle of bourbon, big pile of blow
Shake
on the
it.
highway.
So you're driving drunk and on drugs now.
If you're in that kind of a Cadillac, you fucking have to.
Yeah,
Does it
I'm
have
sure. I'm
hydraulics?
sure if you
Like
No.
a pussy wagon.
I'm sure if you get pulled over, the cops will be told, "Oh yeah, you got a tow pass, pink Cadillac."
Okay, well, it's my fucking fantasy, alright? Oh, well, I drive a red Cadillac.
does. Cadillac's seen some shit. Cadillac's been through
How's the
some
forearm,
shit.
Tiff?
Okay, put a pair of gloves on.
All right. Oh, shit. I'm gonna
Glove
do
it
this.
up.
One time me and Mike were driving this sketchy area of Windsor, and like there's this area where all the gay guys go to have sex and do drugs, right? And so we stop at Tim Hortons first, and Mike's like, "Oh, dude, they have the Nutella eclair," and I was like, "The Nutella eclair?" He's like, "We're gonna get one." So they only had one left, so he gets one. And I was like, "Give me a bite of that." He's like, "1 sec, let me pull over." So we pull over, like right in the area where all these gay guys are having sex. And like I had something in my hands, so he's like, "I'll feed it to you." And he feeds. So we're pulled over in the sketchy like gay sex area, and he's feeding me a Nutella eclair. And so we started this thing
When
like
he puts it like that, it sounds, but like I was just like, hey, let's pull over here. Like, you gotta try this.
so it started this thing like
Yeah.
when you're home,
Tell me down.
when you and your homie pull into a sketchy area, so you can hand feed them an eclair. Homie shit.
So that's a nice way to introduce this segment, this part of our trip. I've just been tattooed by Mike. I was gonna record the podcast, but I couldn't move my neck. And Mike's one hand weighs like 50 pounds. So he was keeping me down there. Tiff's getting ready now.
I'm getting ready.
Ready?
Ready.
Running.
I'm getting ready.
Ready. Well,
I feel so awkward now.
Mike is all of a sudden like not talking.
Shake that stencil stuff.
What's that oil?
Paper down.
Does it smell nice?
That's
It makes that stick,
Uncle
right?
Mike's homemade stencil stuff.
I can't smell anything.
What?
It's Dettol.
Oh, I love it. Oh.
It's Deathol?
Dettol.
Oh. I like Deathol.
Drink it.
It's like pine sol almost. Pine sol.
Mike,
I feel like I'm at the spa.
tell us who you are. Mike doesn't like podcasts.
What kind of questions? I'm Mike, I tattoo.
Where do you tattoo? Where are
collar tattooers in Windsor, Ontario.
Woo!
So we're the only ones in the shop, and there's a bunch of people hammered in front of it.
Singing.
And Ricky has been drunk for 2 days. He works here and slept in his hearse in front of the shop.
Yay!
So we're trying to keep him out of here.
Don't we all want a hearse?
No.
And the way we did it was we said, well, we're recording a podcast, so the door's locked. No one can come in.
Or out.
Or out. There we go. Mike's looking at
Where do you put your shirt back
On
on?
the one side, I'm half naked and cold.
She's naked and afraid, Mike.
I'm gonna fuck my shit up.
And next to my left, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I hang out here and don't really contribute much.
He has a twin brother too.
And
But his twin brother is fucking ugly.
Uglier than me.
Are you the dad? Are you the dad?
I don't know if you call me that.
Daddy.
I mean, actually, they call me large father.
Large grande papa.
Nah, nobody really does shit around here. Scott, I don't think Scott's ever picked up a broom once.
No.
I got sick of cleaning, so I hired Danielle. But I still clean a lot.
We clean some days.
Yeah.
Watch some deathmatch. Clean up. Get the groove on.
Yeah, I guess I kind of am like that here. I'm the one that's here every day. So, Troy went through a little bit of hard times. He's ex-military. And we tattooed together. And the one night I left at 7 and he was sitting there doing a painting. And I came back at like 2 the next day and he was still in the same spot painting.
Holy.
Yeah, he just did blow and painted, and he would finish the painting, then he would just paint it black and just do it again.
Oh my.
He did that for fucking
4 times, I think.
20 hours probably.
Yeah.
Of the same picture?
He changed it a little bit, but
Yeah.
he'd finish it, it'd be nice, and he'd just fucking go aside and spray paint it.
It was the hear no, see no, speak no evil skulls.
No,
Or
it was flowers and skulls.
Yeah.
That's
Dark times.
yeah. Yeah, that's a very good way.
Oh, the Elvis story.
Oh yeah.
The Elvis story.
Okay, so Troy does a tattoo on Dylan's shin, and Troy overworked it. Like how many hours
I
was
was
it?
sitting for like 5.5, 6 hours.
On a spot where there's not much skin,
Oh,
like, you know what I mean? Skin and bone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty infected, and there's this old mangy dog, Elvis, that the old guy walks up on the street. He's got like boils and fucking shit hanging off of it, and it's like filthy.
Probably 30 years old.
Yeah, it's gotta be 30 at least. And if Dylan's not paying attention, it walks up and licks his fucking tattoo.
As we were
Grossest
talking-
fucking thing ever.
As we were talking about how infected it was, I was all stressed out. And this dog stops, looks at it. I didn't even know what to do.
We had him convinced it was gonna go like septic and he was gonna die. He was like legitimately tripping out.
Dark times.
Dark times.
Yeah, so fuck Elvis.
Yeah, fuck that dog. I seen it the other day. It's still alive.
Yeah, every day that guy walks up down the street like nice old
He
man.
barely walks.
All he does is just walk his dog up and down the street. He lives like in one of the buildings here. Whereas like his Ford's hat or something, retired from Ford's.
Better than your mom's dog.
Oh god, my mom had the ugliest dog on
Talk
earth.
about your mom's dog.
It was half Jack Russell, half Chinese crested.
Mm-hmm.
You know
know
those
what that-
bald dogs that are real ugly?
Oh yeah.
Picture that, but with a Jack Russell body, with liver spots all over it. It fucking hated me.
Boil, like...
It looked like a boiled hot dog with a mohawk and like all the teeth were missing.
Nice.
It was
Okay.
Your
disgusting.
mom was just pumping it with medication.
Yeah, to keep it alive.
Aww.
And it would get mad and it would like secrete like anal fluid out of its butt. And it would just walk circles around me growling with like stink water
Oh
coming
my
out its ass.
gosh.
Fucking
Trap him with the
Oh my
shit
gosh.
like before she died, she kept having heart attacks and like shit. And like, so like it would like see me like run and get like all mad, and then it was keel over and start shit. I'm like, ah,
no.
fucker.
That's tough.
Yeah, Lucy's dead now. She was really old though. My mom rescued her. Fuck. God, that dog was ugly as shit.
Those dogs that like our family stuff.
Yeah.
I
And
think like
they're
a
fucking
dog.
expensive too. Like, who's gonna? I don't know, man.
It looked like a normal dog that survived a chemical fire.
Yes,
Like-
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like chemotherapy.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan survived chemotherapy.
Yes.
Yay, Dylan!
Yay, Dylan!
He always says he smoked his cancer into remission.
I believe that I smoked my cancer into remission. I smoked so much cigarettes that the cancer was just like
I thought you were going to say.
and like crawled out of all my orifices.
What kind of cancer did you have, can I ask?
I had Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Oh my god! Non-Hodgkin's or Hodgkin's?
Hodgkin's.
Ooh.
You want to dumb it down for us? I don't know what the fuck that is.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
It attacks your lymph nodes in your organs, I believe. I don't know much about it. It was in the.
You had it. You don't know much
I
about
don't
it?
know much about it. I was so doped up on chemo, I couldn't understand anything. My mom, if my mom couldn't make it to one of my appointments, I literally had to sit there and record it on my phone. Because I'd get back from my appointment, just be like, "What did the doctor say?" And I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "Well, what did he say?" I was like, "I don't know, that I'm gonna die tomorrow. Like, I don't know what to tell you." So she had to make me record all my appointments because I didn't know. I had it in the lymph nodes in the right side of my neck, in my axilla, my abdomen, my spleen, and the tissue around my bone marrow. Yeah, and the
That was
doctor.
pretty good, eh? For somebody who was half fucking dead.
Yeah.
How did you find out?
Oh, fuck, dude, that's another fuck. So, the lymph nodes on the right side of my neck was swelled up to my
I
shoulder.
like how he like gets up
till my arm.
The
Like, it was
presentation.
like that, and I was having like a fever of like 103. I was night sweats like terribly, and everyone was just all the doctors in the clinics here in Windsor were telling me that it was mono. And shout out to Nick Gage. And I just thought so they were telling me it was mono. Mono. They were telling me it was fucking mono. So I'm like, alright, this seems like really shitty mono. Like, fucking. So finally I'm in the hospital because I had a seizure because my fever was so fucking high. And that the doctor there, I forget his name. Well, it was Dr. Beatty who recommended me to go to the hospital.
Dr. Beatty?
Yeah, she.
Sounds like
shout out to Dr. Beatty. And she's told me to go to the hospital, and I had a seizure in the hospital, and they were like, the doctor there like knew his shit, right? And he was like, "We got to get you to a biopsy like now." So they sped the biopsy to like that morning. I stayed in the hospital, and it was stage 3 cancer, and I was like, "Oh, funny." Mono's cancer all of a sudden.
Jeez.
I guess young fuck, it was not a good choice of words.
Healthcare. Canadian
So,
healthcare.
Was it metastatic? Did it metastasize?
Just for the record, I didn't fuck anything up on the tattoo.
Did it spread?
I just forgot to do 3
Yeah, it
lines.
spread. Yeah, it started in my neck and then it went all the way down, trying to make its way to my bone marrow. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I was telling the truth here. It was going to my butt. It was going to my bone marrow. Yeah.
Was it going to your butt?
The bone marrow biopsy was the worst thing I've ever experienced in my whole life. They shove a plunger into your spine, and they had to keep me awake. I forget why, but they had to keep me awake, and I was screaming. Like it was so much pain. I was laughing. I was screaming so hard. It was the second worst thing next to being bear maced that I've ever.
Bear.
When we first opened the shop, he wanted to get maced.
Oh, you said bear mace.
Bear maced.
Lock the door. And so our friend Ace maced him, and like he hit him really hard. And I told him, like, I've been maced for him, like, don't, like, it's gonna fuck your night up, dude. Like, don't do it. And he just didn't think it would, and
I wanted the experience. I wanted to be able to say like.
and he unloaded a lot on him, and like he was fucking upstairs in the shower, like it fucking wasn't that bad.
Soaking my head in.
I'll tell you that shit will stop a fucking train.
Isn't it?
Dude, I was like, and it's not your eye. It's not just your eyes. Your whole fucking face is on fire.
And then like your first instinct is like dump shit on your head, and it just washes everything down your body and makes everything.
And then it went all down. I had a fresh tattoo.
Damn.
And it went all down my arm, all down my ribs. And then, so Mike, everyone's wasted too. Mike and Nicole upstairs helped me up the stairs and throw me in their shower and turn on the shower. And I'm like washing it off. I'm like, It hurts even. It was hot water. I didn't realize it was opening my pores
Oh my
and
God.
letting it sink in more. I was like, cold water, cold. So now, like, I'm in my boxers shaking in cold water for 45 minutes, dumping milk on me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very unflattering pictures.
And isn't it like an oil? Like, don't you need to have like
Yeah, we found out like late, like actually like an hour after it happened. They were like Dawn soap and milk are the best. Like milk will help with the pain, and Dawn, like they used to get rid of the oil on those little poor little birdies and seals. And shout out to BP Oil. So apparently like that, like Dawn dish soap is the best thing. Yeah. I couldn't open my eyes for like an hour.
Yeah, it's one of the most one of the worst things.
And Asa unloaded on, like he didn't have to.
I got the video somewhere.
Like he really unloaded.
Yeah, like he like walked into him with it.
Shout out to Akira. What is this? Oh.
Hey, no, I'll talk about wrestling on this podcast.
We can talk about it.
Well,
we should mention.
Why don't you do some commentary on this match?
Oh, I'm terrible on commentary.
Well, with that attitude, you'll always be terrible on commentary.
Wrestling commentary is like, it's different.
Yeah, it is.
You can't just. You're looking at me like you can. Okay, go ahead.
If fucking ICP can do it and make it fucking awesome, I'm pretty sure anybody can do it.
Joe Exotic can do it.
Okay.
Stranglemania!
I have never ever heard that.
Oh my god,
dude,
my
it's
nickname,
awesome.
Cautious Carl Crumble Cake.
Yeah, Cautious Carl Crumble Cake. Whoop whoop.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Superhuman.
I just think of this. Sit on top of it, greasing your buttons.
Okay, listen. So, are all of you guys? Alex is here, by the way. Say hi, Alex.
Hello.
Are all of you guys wrestling fans? And
Yes,
for how long?
Yes.
How long you been a fan? Dylan.
Probably like since I was 12. I got out of it when I was 16 when it became uncool, kind of, and got back into it when I was like 26, probably, and then got like super in a death match with these guys, and
How old are you now?
27.
Jesus.
So probably younger, even 25. I probably got back into it.
Babies over here. Alex, what about you?
I started watching wrestling basically as soon as I could comprehend its awesomeness. So 6 years old,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Hey, we're recording a podcast.
Mike's such a gangster. It's okay. They can play the music.
Not in the fucking mood.
Oh my! Daddy's mad.
Hey, large fathers.
Fucking Pajack's out there with no shirt on his vest, fucking air guitar, with his pit wipers on.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
I mean, it's fucking cool, but
It's fucking awesome.
it's hard to get mad.
I need a drink.
I'm just like,
Have a drink.
Alright, I'll fucking grab my drink. Damn it.
when did you get into wrestling?
Yeah, when did you get into wrestling?
When did I? Since I was a toddler,
Same. Some of my earliest memories of watching wrestling.
Yeah, like my grandfather and my dad got me into it. They just found the channel one day and started watching WWF. And then they found WCW, and then it was just a thing we did every week.
Me and my brother would used to, remember the big rubber wrestlers? The ones that were like stuck in the
Yeah,
steel.
yeah,
I still have
yes.
We would draw tattoos over them.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Then he would
Just pillows.
beat me up with them.
Like,
Flush pillow.
they
much,
still
man.
replicate those wrestlers still.
He's older.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got muscular dystrophy now, so I fuck his ass right up.
Oh my god.
G-Raver just
What?
designed
He does.
a couple of
That's
them.
horrible.
Yeah.
Why? It's true. I always tell him that. I'm like, you just whooped my ass when I was a kid. Like, I'll fuck you up now, and I'll knock you out of that fucking chair.
Why is he?
Yeah.
I guess I have to figure out a way to.
Did you like ECW?
I didn't.
You
No, you didn't let me finish.
I know.
I didn't watch it religiously.
When I saw that, it was like,
Like,
Oh my god!
If I caught
this
it, like
is
I didn't
fucking
know when it
awesome.
was on, but if I happened
So,
to catch it, I would watch
My
it.
one buddy lived over here a little bit, and in his attic we had a TV with like the bunny ears, and we would put like coat hangers on them and shit, like turn them, and we could get it from Toledo.
Oh,
So
shut
every
up.
Wednesday we would go, and nobody touched this TV in his house.
Oh my.
And so every Wednesday we would watch it.
Out of fear that you would like lose the reception.
Yeah.
Trying to like.
I never watched BCW.
Tiff, you wouldn't like it. Pretty violent.
Yeah, it
The
was.
Dudley Boys.
Man, the Dudley Boys, they were like, they talk so
Yeah.
much shit.
That's where a lot of big names started too. Rob Van Dam, Sabu.
Yeah, Rob Van
Yeah.
Dam, Sabu.
Chris
Yeah.
Jericho had a stint there before he was before he was Y2J.
Oh, check out my terrible gold dust tattoos, even spelled wrong. Yeah, I lost a bet and I had to get it.
Did you have to get it spelt wrong too?
Yeah.
Really?
Hilarious.
That's a weird fucking.
Mike has Sabu tattooed on his calf, and he's got gold dust. Which, that gold dust is pretty cute.
The broken light tube.
It's
with
like a little,
barbed wire around it. Shout out to
oh,
Alex.
nice.
He did it.
Alex, you did it? Sweet.
Did you hear
That's
that story? I think we did
Yeah, it
that
took him
story.
forever.
Yeah.
He was fucking shaking because Scott would stand behind him.
You were also giving me earthquake tests and
Oh,
shaking your leg.
Yeah, I don't
That's
really
not
care if
nice.
my tattoos look fucked up.
That was
At this
my
point,
ninth
it doesn't
tattoo.
matter to me.
I think I did okay.
Specifically your 9th tattoo you've ever done. Alex, specifically.
You know, I can almost tell you all my tattoos that I got in order.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
How old were you when you got your first tattoo?
One of my dad's friends did tattoos.
Yeah.
So he's like, just wait till you're 18, make an appointment with Chris, and you know, like, don't fucking get some piece of shit done in a basement. So I did that, and then I got a bunch of shitty tattoos in my started tattooing that I did on myself. And Ricky did a bunch of shitty ones on me when we started together. One of the weirdest things too is the guy who tattooed me, Chris, he doesn't tattoo anymore. And he came into a shop that I was working at trying to sell some old tattoo equipment. I recognized him right away. I'm like, you don't remember me, eh? He's like, no. I'm like, you did my first tattoo. And he kind of looks at me like, and I'm like, Mike, it's my dad. Hook's my dad. And he goes, oh, fuck, I remember you now. And he was trying to get like, it was funny because he had these like beat up ass old coil machines. And I'm like, he's like, well, what are they worth? And I'm like, fuck all, man. No one's going to buy that shit. He's like, oh, no, these are like top of the line. I'm like, yeah, like fucking 95. Like,
Yeah.
Sounds like Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be worth a lot back in the day.
I have, check this out.
But now they're fucking paperweights, unless you're Alex.
This is made by an authentic prison tattoo artist. My buddy Tim did like 30 years. And he was a tattoo artist, so he made me one. For a while, I don't know why, but everybody
Walkman.
bought me
Like
dicks.
those CD, like,
Yeah, yeah,
CD players?
For my birthday, they got me
Walkman
this
like
like
the pen.
12-inch black dildo with balls and a big suction cup.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
Like
My
a
sister had
fucking
one.
dick, like water bottle shit. But the dildo, it was at the shop, so like we would like throw it and you'd see how many times it spins and stick on the ground. But then like some like random person would walk in and there's like 6 of us throwing a dildo up in the air.
You're funny. What else?
Oh, you guys like to party. I see your,
Or it'd be just like sitting on the counter and people be like, you see their face
throwing
and
around the
they know shit.
BBC. I also like to party.
And I don't get why, like, that thing was like a couple $100. Like, pool your money, get me something cool. Like, you guys literally spent like $200 to get me a fucking giant dildo.
It's
Hey,
200
man,
bucks.
that's what
Dude, this
friends
thing
are
was this
for.
fucking big. It was like, had
I've seen
veins in
that.
it and shit. The balls had wrinkles. It was well crafted.
Mike was gonna get a tattoo for me.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
When?
The Furburger tattoo.
Oh, I was supposed to get a portrait of his face. Because whenever we go to restaurants, he's like, I want to get the fur burger. And it fucking drives me insane. I hate it. It's not funny. It never was. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid.
It is.
And I hate it so much that I was going to get a portrait of his face. There's this picture of him and 2 of our other friends, and he's eating a corn dog. Angelo looks like he's eating one, but he's not. And then Brett's like, so I use that, and then there's like a banner that says fur burger. But my wife was like, that's fucking weird. You're going to get like Dylan's face. You guys are always together. Dylan's always taking his clothes off.
Hell yeah. Like I said, I like to party.
So that instead, I got this one.
I like to party.
Then I was trying to get him to get it.
I think it's just.
Yeah, but you can say it's your brother.
Oh my god.
Isn't that the best picture on earth?
It's actually at a wrestling show.
I noticed that.
Shout out to Horror Slam.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god.
This is Pornhub. I just used the Pornhub filter on. Shout out to Pornhub.
Who's your all-time favorite wrestler?
Shawn Michaels.
Really?
Really?
I was
Yeah.
not expecting that for some reason.
He was the sexy boy.
Who's your... I'm not your boy toy. Who's your favorite wrestler, Mike?
Yeah.
Sabu?
Sabu.
Who's your favorite wrestler, Alex? Undertaker?
What wrestler do you hate the most?
I don't know if I can say that.
We're getting some distortion.
You know who I fucking hate?
Who do you hate?
Orange Cassidy.
Oh, yeah, I hate Orange
Do you
Cassidy.
hate his gimmick?
Yeah.
I don't like Darby Allin.
I liked a lot of them though.
It's got
I
real
like the
quiet
Bushwhackers.
there.
The Bushwhackers?
I love the Bushwhackers
Because they did the crazy dance.
and licked people's heads.
You got the Bushwhackers in the washroom over there.
Yeah, our bathroom was filled with old wrestling posters.
No way!
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one of my clients, when he bought his house, they were just like in some random box in the basement. These like 80s like WWF poster books. So I just put them all in the bathroom.
They're actually real
Oh
cool.
my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that's,
So how's your tattoo feeling?
rough. I mean, it's good, but
Yeah, right on the elbow bone.
yeah.
Look at your wonderful lines.
I thought you said it didn't go in.
I know I went over them.
But we're
Yours are under there, so it's
We're
teamwork.
telling people forever that those are your lines.
They're gonna like turn it into like she did the whole tattoo.
Yeah.
It's slowly the fish is gonna get bigger and bigger. That darn fish gets bigger every time you tell the story. All of a sudden she's been like a licensed tattoo artist for years.
Yeah.
Mike, end us off with one of your best stories. It can be any kind of story.
Okay, so Scott's going to his first death match with us, and I get off on the wrong exit in Detroit. So we're back a bit on 4th Street, and Scott has a fucking drinking problem. There's like no ifs, ands, buts about it. So Dylan's telling the story about like he rubbed one out and like didn't wipe it off and it like crusted all on. Well, that's a part of like. So we're done that part now. So Scott's going, like, fuck, stop! Like I'm gonna fucking puke. And so then once Dylan hears that, he's like, just go. And so Scott's like hanging out the window of my car, throwing up, and I just got it washed. Oh. So I was like fucking pissed. And so Scott gets back in, and he's like, oh, fucking, I'm hungover. I'm like, it's fucking 7 o'clock. Like,
At night.
Yeah, you're hungover. He's like, yeah, you don't know how much I drink. And then when we got out of the car, there was no puke on the side of my car. So he's got practice throwing up on car windows.
Wow.
We watched a bunch of deathmatch.
Yeah, we watched a bunch of deathmatch.
Yeah.
And then that was the last one we went to, and then COVID happened.
Who was wrestling that
What
night?
show was that?
Remember, Mike? It's a horror slam.
Horror Slam, yeah.
Lincoln Park.
Oh man, they gave Dylan these crazy energy drinks.
That are illegal in Canada. They're called
They're like.
They're called what?
Red Line. Shout out
I
to
took
Red
I
Line.
took a drink of one and I was like, I don't want none of that. And they got him to chug too. He's like kneeling on his chair and I'm looking at him, he's going like this, like
Oh my god.
And then Tim gives me a loaded handgun.
with like an extended clip. And he's like, yeah, safety. And he's like just in the parking lot. And he's like, what's this heavy?
So heavy! Loaded handgun.
We called Tim Cheddar Tim because he got shot in the leg.
Wait,
Gangster,
cheddar?
Flint, Michigan.
Yeah.
He's
He didn't shoot himself, but he got shot.
Like Cheddar Bob?
8 Mile Cheddar Bob.
Yeah.
Cheddar Tim.
Yeah, they taped him to a chair and shot him.
He's like,
Oh my
he's
God.
like a chubby ginger. Like
Yeah,
he looks like
they had the wrong guy.
Yeah,
Oh.
had the wrong guy. Poor guy.
I love Tim, man. He's
Tim's a
awesome.
fucking beauty.
Jeez.
Yeah, Flint's.
Shout out to
Cheddar
Cheddar
off.
Tim.
Hell yeah. No water still.
I know, like no fucking water.
And nobody talks about that shit.
Well, it's fucking Flint. Nobody gives a fuck. You ever been there?
No, I don't know.
Oh wow, judgmental.
Wow,
Classic
wow.
Toronto Dunsville, fucking. I don't want to go to Flint, Michigan. It's dirty there.
Get there.
Okay, Mike, tell us where we can find you on social media.
Tattoos by Mike Knight on Instagram, Blue Collar Tattooers on Instagram, and Mike Knight on Facebook. That's it, really.
All right.
Or you can just come on down to the shop at 1033 Droulard, Windsor, Ontario.
And Mike and all of his friends will share some uncensored stories for you. Go get tattooed.
Yes.
We're here the next morning for round 2.
Right.
Came to see Mike again. Dylan joined us again. Tiff just finished her tattoo. Tiff, what did you get?
I got the Homer Simpson donut.
She got it on her inner ankle.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Let me
On
tell
a
you.
scale of holy fuck.
Oh man. That was a
How bad
solid
did it
9.
hurt? Yeah.
This is a solid 9 for sure.
Well, good. I actually thought you were going to say 10. So I guess
Well,
9
no.
is...
The top of my foot was a 10, I would say. So that was
I would
a 9.
say 10 is getting cut in half with a chainsaw, not a tattoo.
See, I've never been cut in half with a chainsaw, but I chopped through my foot with an axe, and it does not hurt.
It depends where they're starting, like how you're getting cut in half. Is it horizontally or is it vertically?
Oh shit,
And if it is
no.
vertically, is it from the head down or from the waist up?
I guess that
Because
initial
head down
would be
kill
bad.
you faster. Waist up would be a lot more painful because
Yeah.
you'd be alive a lot longer. So it depends.
We're getting into the technicalities
Yeah,
of
every time we try to focus on
the slide.
pull up these fucking technicalities that just crush the vibe. You do so the whole donut thing yesterday. Like you could heat it up, you could use a muffin, you could use a Danish, a pancake. How big? Where's it going?
I don't know where it's going. Mike just drew me up a luchador candy skull
give him a mustache?
mask. No mustache.
Yes. I'm glad you're not one of those people that say mustache.
Yeah, fuck that.
I hate
Mustache.
that.
All right. Well, I just happened to run into Scott Tamore.
Happened? You're at my house. How would you not run into me here? Were you going to break in?
Oh, okay. You have a point. Scott, you begged me to record this.
I did. I just wanted to take this opportunity to tell everybody out there you have to listen to Jay Chung's podcast.
Oh my God.
Has a really cool name that's kind of sounds slightly inappropriate.
And are you going to say it? I thought
No,
you were
I-
going to say it. I was like, whoa.
No, I'm not saying. I'm not allowed to
He's
do
too
that. It's
smart.
very uncorporate.
He's too smart.
It's a great listen, though. Even when I'm not on it, it's kind of entertaining.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Every Tuesday, 7 p.m., anchor.fm/Jade Chung. And you can catch my episode with Scott Tamore. It was you did it. See
Plus
how,
hours.
2.5 hours. So if you want candid Scott Tamore,
Uncensored.
have a listen. All right, so that was basically our amazing trip to Windsor. The only thing is, the next day, we felt everything was so rushed because we fit in another tattoo, which was just totally on the spot. And we had to say, hello and goodbye to a couple more people. And so it was a rush day and it was raining. So, I didn't really want to pull out the phone. So I wish it wasn't raining so that we could still do our little voice notes. But that's okay because, that's how we're going to end this podcast off. And that's why we are talking, that's why we're here anyway. Tiff, do you remember how you slept? This was like your first night away from home in years, especially kid-free, without having to worry about another human being if they're sleeping or not.
It was so weird. The bed, it was very, very good. The bed, I feel like as soon as I hit it, I was asleep. And I did not wake up until the morning time. I think when I heard you rustling around next. I think, yeah, I had the best sleep ever. It was so bizarre to not even wake up one time. I didn't know that was possible. But you took the pull-out sofa bed. You wouldn't let me have the pull-out sofa bed, so I had this huge bed all to myself, and I think I slept on a diagonal. I think I literally took up every ounce of space that you could take up on that bed.
Good. That's what I wanted you to do. You deserve it.
Thank
Tiff
you.
is a hardworking mom, so I just I just wanted you to be so comfortable, and I wanted you to sprawl the F out and just be comfortable. So for me, I woke up once, and that was because my tattoo is on my back. So that was the only reason why I felt I woke up from knowing that I was like leaning on it and I didn't want to.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that was the only time. And then I woke up and I was a little bit confused of where I was. And
Yeah.
that's probably why you heard me move around. I was like, oh my God. Oh, okay. And then I looked at the phone. It was 7 o'clock on the dot. I was like, why? Why am I up at 7? Like I wanted to see, I haven't seen past 8 a.m. in so freaking long.
Yeah.
So long. And I thought for sure I would be sleeping in. But nope, my internal clock woke me up at 7. And the night before, we went to bed super late. It was like past 1.
Yes, it was very, very late.
And that's very unlike me
I know,
at
and
all.
you didn't even seem like you were tired because we got in and there was so much going on. Even when we got in, we didn't eat dinner until super late.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't remember what time we got back, but everything was just super late.
Yeah,
But
I
it was
wasn't like dead tired. But then I looked at the time. I'm like, maybe we should go to bed. Like,
we had an early morning, so we had to get up and do so many things.
yeah. And
I
I
think
guess, sorry, go ahead.
no, you had.
I don't think we did a voice for when we ate. So in case that we didn't, we after the tattoo, we had a reservation. Mike was so amazing to make us a reservation at the Katina. I think that was it, right? The
Yeah.
Katina. Really cool Mexican restaurant. They had a nice back patio, which was amazing, which we went there right after. And I can't remember what I had. What were those duck fat fried fries? Oh my gosh, what am I saying?
There was something like garlic and parmesan or something, but they were fried in duck fat. Is that right?
Yes, okay, yes. Oh my goodness, it was so good.
They were so good. And I don't normally like French fries, so those are so good.
And yeah, we scarfed that down. It was so good. And then I think I did like tacos, but it was
Yes.
so much food.
Yeah, you had a lot of food. Because I think that each taco that you had was wrapped twice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
They were huge.
I just remember I'm like, oh, I can't finish this.
I had this tiny little quesadilla, and I was like, oh, maybe I should have got 2, but I couldn't even finish it because it was just, I don't know if I was so over hungry, but it was
Yeah.
the tastiest quesadilla I've ever had in my life. I'm kind of a connoisseur because I've had them everywhere. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
oh yes, I was a quesadilla person for years.
Where
This
would
was
you
the
say you've had the best quesadilla?
This is gonna sound so silly, but the Flying J is a truck stop all throughout like
Really?
America. It's like the best. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the first place I ever had like bacon in it, and it's just way too much cheese. It was delicious. That's my second favorite place, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Would have never ever guessed.
I know it's such a random thing. I'm sure that there are other places, but that is one of the first things in my mind that I was like, this place stands out to me, and I haven't had it in forever, but yeah, it's so so good. If you're ever at a Flying J, try it because it's got bacon in it, and nobody else puts bacon in their quesadillas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a game changer. Oh my goodness.
So we had amazing food, and then we went back to the hotel, and the fridge was broken. It didn't work, which sucked, but whatever. We weren't Like
We put
it
the fruit
wasn't.
in there. The fruit was all mushy.
Yeah, it was all mushy at the end, and it sucked. And this hotel was supposed to be like a year and a half years old. Like it was like new.
Yeah.
It didn't seem new. I mean, it was nice. It was nice.
Mhm, mhm. I would say it's really nice, but the dirt on the popcorn ceiling kind of looked a lot older than a year and a half.
Oh gosh, yes. Popcorn ceiling. Who? Oh,
Why? Just why?
yeah. Bad. So we woke up. We had Tim Hortons delivered when it was literally like what, 300 meters away? It was
It's
so
attached to the
close.
parking lot.
It was, yeah, it was attached to the parking lot. It was the same, but it was pouring. And
Yes.
because we're like, wait a second, we're like on a little vacay. So why are we going to go get this by on our own? So we ended up ordering Tim Hortons to get our coffee and breakfast, which I went to order it. And I don't know, I mean, I don't do this often. So I guess I didn't see that there was an option to, when you order your coffee, you can, um, I just didn't see anything where I could put in what I wanted in my coffee.
Yes. Because you got there was like a bundle, a breakfast bundle thing. And for some reason, yeah, it didn't have a place for you to put cream and sugars or anything extra.
Yeah, I got a bundle. That's right. And so I just assumed that they were going to send, some creamer packs and sugar. And they didn't. So, and the way it didn't say black coffee. Like there was no drop down menu that said black
Mm.
coffee, regular, double, stuff like that. There was nothing. It just said this comes with 2 coffees.
Yes.
And that was it. And then you, being a sweetheart that you are, just went ahead behind my back and ordered our coffees separately. So we got Tim Hortons delivered twice.
I'm so lazy. Oh my God.
You're
And then
crazy.
the door though, they actually delivered to the
Oh,
room door, right?
yeah, they see, and I didn't know that. You were telling me, no, they should be delivering it to the room door. I'm like, no, I don't know anybody who does that. Well, I didn't know. I should have said I've had zero experience with that, but I guess they go all the way in. I went down to the lobby like a loser and just stood there.
Oh my
But
goodness. That's okay.
yes.
Now you know. And I actually think the only reason they knew that was from Hollywood movies. They always come up to the hotel room door and they leave the pizza outside. I think it was on like Home Alone.
Well, see, I would I would not think that it would be real life stuff.
Oh, Hollywood isn't real life.
See the luxury that I was missing out on, guys? Jeez.
Oh, yeah, that's like vacay mode though. I think, right? Like the ultimate thing is have someone bring food right to your door so you don't even have to leave.
Oh,
It's
that
the
was
best.
the best. Yeah.
And the coffee tastes delicious.
Oh my gosh. Yes. I was definitely really happy that you ordered.
Oh wait. Didn't they give us an extra sandwich too? There was 2 coffees and 2 hash
Oh
browns
yes.
and 3 sandwiches.
Yes. Yeah. They also made a mistake. It was amazing. It was great. So that was a complete win for us that morning. It was a
Woohoo.
nice way to send us off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then after that, we went back for our tattoos with Mike for 10:30, I believe.
Mhm.
And then we couldn't leave Windsor without saying hi and bye again to Steve and Holly.
Mhm.
So we went there real quick, which was really nice because then we got to get our photo with them. And like we haven't, well, I don't know about you, Tiff. No, I think we said it in our little episode there. Yeah, I haven't seen them in so long. And I talk to both of them often. And it was just so nice to, and like even before this pandemic, it's just so nice to see them, you
Exactly.
know. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 8.5 or maybe 9 months pregnant when I saw them last at a show, and
Hmm.
I was going to be 3 in 1 month. So it's been a long time since I've seen them in
Long,
real
long
life.
time. In real life, yes. And then after Stephen Holly, I didn't want to get shit on for not coming to say hi to Scott Tamore. So after Stephen Holly's, we booted it to Scott's place to say hi. And then we were back on the road. It was raining and it didn't stop until we got into Mississauga. So there was like 2 hours of rain, which was so annoying because then after that it was like nice and sunny, I mean,
Beautiful.
yeah. Yeah.
I forgot about that. I forgot it was raining the literal whole time from Windsor to Toronto. That's a
It
lot of
was,
rain.
it was so miserable. It was like yuck. It was just yucky feeling.
Oh my
Uh,
God, I love it when it rains. I think
I
it's the
do
best.
too, just like not when I'm driving. I
It's
just,
totally fair.
and not when like I'm planning on going to see people.
Oh
Because then you
yeah.
go into their house when you're like a little bit wet and stuff like that. It just sucks. It sucks. When it's raining and I'm at home being comfortable, oh, I welcome it. Yes.
Good point. I didn't think about that.
So yeah, and that was our trip. And now I took you straight to work.
Yes.
How was your work night, if you remember it? And were you like too busy to even kind of feel like you were on a little vacay? You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense.
No, 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 no. It was great. Like when I went to work, I felt I was so energized because I don't know, I was like on a high. I had finally gone out. We went out together. It was so, so good. And I had like fresh ink and I don't know, I felt so good when I was at work. But that night I was exhausted. I was absolutely exhausted. I did a night shift, and then the next night I did a night shift, and I thought I would be more tired the second night, but it was hands down, I was exhausted that first night when I went back. So I remember being super busy at first, but it might have slowed down. So my night was probably really good. But I just felt so good. I was just so excited. And then the next day, of course, I got to see Theo and Tarek. So I don't know, just I felt so happy and so energized and just so like a brand new person. And this tattoo on my arm makes me feel so pretty. Every single time that I see it, I just feel prettier. That sounds so
Oh,
silly.
I love that.
Yeah, so I felt so good. And ever since then, I just feel so good.
I love that. It's amazing. Just see, I feel that way with like tattoos too, right? And especially like
Mhm.
with my arm, I tried to do a whole sleeve before we were planning on having a baby, before we had planned on having Jets. And we got pregnant, and I had like the top and the bottom of my arm done, and then the middle was just like a streak of just nakedness, and it was the weirdest thing. And finally when I got that covered, I just felt I just felt so like I felt good. I felt pretty, just as how you described it.
Yes,
So yeah.
it's a good feeling. I love it. It's like getting like a brand new outfit, but like you wear it every single day all the time.
Yes, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, it's the best outfit you've had. I know. It's getting tattoos is probably the best feeling ever, and it's addicting. So we're going again soon.
Yes. Yes. You're going to get yours, and I'm coming along for the ride because ever since we had our trip to Windsor, like I had this new happy feeling that I think I've been kind of that I think I lost along the way. Um, since having Jet. And I think I just needed to get over that hump of being comfortable of leaving my home,
Right.
leaving my family.
Mhm.
And now that I am comfortable, I feel like it's super important to at least once a month to honestly do something for yourself. And every people have been saying that, it's self-care. You have to take some time for yourself. But like honestly, it's hard getting over that huge hump of that deep feeling that you have of being scared and nervous of leaving your home and not I don't know about you, Tiff, but like with me, like I like things done a certain way. And it sounds crazy, I know, but like I wanted my husband to kind of do things the way that I do it. And I need to get over the fact that, he can have his own way too, when he's with the kids. So it's just something I'm not really used to because, he's super busy with wrestling. And so this was a thing that I really needed to learn to let go.
Yeah, same. I feel exactly the same way. Actually, it was like it's for me. Yeah, I want things done, a certain way for me because I don't know, it just works. And it was just nice. It's nice for Theo to have a different set of maybe rules, a different routine, a different energy. Just it's nice. And then of course, it being obviously his dad is extremely important, right? So yeah, it was like kind of like opening the floodgates. Now I've gone away for one night and everybody survived and everyone was okay. So now going forward, it should be no problem for me to do it again because it's good. It's important to get out. It's important to get away and spend that time with your friends with no kids and or anybody, even if it's alone. Yeah, it's definitely good to get away. And I felt so good. I felt so good going away. Can't wait to do it again.
Exactly. And it felt so good that I don't know, did we immediately book another like trip together? How soon did we do that?
My goodness. Honestly, I don't even. Oh my
I
goodness, I can't remember because I know you're going back to Windsor again, and that was set before we walked out from our second tattoo.
Oh my God, I forgot about that. Yes.
And then I think maybe like a handful of days later, I had messaged my friend because that fire was lit, and now I know because when I got pregnant, I knew I wanted to get this very specific tattoo, and now I'm like, okay, well, I can get out of the house and I'm good there, so I'm gonna do it. I'm ready. So then I think of yeah, I think that's when I booked it, and I talked to you, and you were down to come with me.
That, yes. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Yes. So before we left the second day at Mike's, I was like, okay, yep, because I wanted to redo my jet tattoo because my first artist that I thought I had trusted totally messed up my tattoo that was very symbolic for Jet. And it was my first tattoo for Jet. So he messed it up and I wanted a do-over and I wanted something that was going to be more perfect and just would, just would be a Jet tattoo. And so once it finally came to me, like I got super excited because I was so down about his tattoo. Um, and that I've been trying to think of something that would represent him. And finally it came to me while you were getting tattooed. And I'm like, yes, yes. And then we ended up booking right away. And that time I'm gonna go with my friend Gigi, who does shooting the indies. So we're gonna head there in September. And then Tiff, you said, "Oh, I'm gonna get my friend to tattoo, and you're gonna get a huge piece. Like you're getting half of your arm that day. So you had mentioned that she booked off like pretty much like half a day or whole day for you. And that you and like Tarek and Theo, like if Tarek was going to take you, I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's like insane. Because I also don't want like Theo having to, you know, to wait or having to think of activities while you're doing this, because if I was in your shoes, I would feel kind of like, oh my god, okay, let's hurry up. Oh, maybe, and I know you're so nice, you would tell your friend, oh, maybe we'll just do this part here because I don't want them waiting for too long. Am I right? You would feel that way?
Yeah. I would feel stressed. Oh my goodness, of course.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm like, I will go with you. That'll be like, you know, my thing. I said, I'll go with you. I don't mind to hang out, even if I just wherever, you know, your friend's shop is. I could even go for a walk, come back. Like it doesn't bother me. So, and it's more time for us to just hang out. So, yep, it was a no-brainer.
And then hopefully if she's done early, then I'm absolutely certain that you will be okay to get something.
Oh my god.
Another impromptu tattoo.
Do you hear that, Josh? Don't Tiff is telling me to get a tattoo, okay? If I come home with a tattoo, it's Tiff's fault.
My fault. I'll take that on the shoulder.
So yeah, we're doing it again. We're doing it again, and I can't wait. It's going to be a nice little, you know, and it's not going to be a little rush thing because we're going to head to Niagara Falls a little bit early, so we'll have like maybe like a few hours, maybe like a couple hours before to just relax. Because when we got into Windsor, we had about an hour, right? Or an hour and a half. And so like the moment we settled, which we didn't really settle because we just had to like freshen up a bit and put our stuff down. And then we headed over to see Steve and Holly. And then we didn't have much time with them, which really sucked, but that's why we came back and saw them the second day on our way out. So yeah. There you have it, folks. I hope everybody enjoyed our little Windsor trip. Hope you enjoyed coming along with it and our little Mom-cation. We weren't wild, but we will certainly work up to that. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I'm in. I don't care how crazy it gets.
There you go. So guys, that's it for this week. Tiff, thanks for coming on and recording the conclusion with me, as we didn't do any recordings on our way home. That's it for this episode, guys. Until then, see you next Tuesday.
Bye.